Good evening, New Hampshire. This is Pamela Beach with Channel 15 News at 5. Our top story tonight is about a boy who fell from a tree at our very own Devon School for Boys. And now, to our on-site reporter, Kate Sampson, live on the scene of the accident. Kate?
Thank you, Pamela. I'm here at Devon Academy, where, earlier this summer, a boy fell from a tree. The boy, a junior attending the first summer session, survived with a fracture to his left leg.
Do we know who the boy is yet, Kate?
Yes, we have identified the victim. It's the star athlete of Devon, Phineas, or better known by friends as Finny. That's all we know for now. Thank you, Pamela.
Thank you, Kate. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Tired of your crappy homemade costumes? Then go to your local store and buy Batman costume. It's so much more real, and you'll have more fun, and all your wildest dreams will come true. Hey, Batman girl, you just won the lottery. Buy your Batman costume today, and you too can win the lottery.
Welcome back, New Hampshire, to Channel 15 News at 5. And now back to our top story. Here's an interview with Finny's mother, Alicia.
Hi, Alicia. And how did you react when you got the call from the school saying that your son, Finny, had broken his leg?
I reacted how any concerned mother should. I asked what happened and how he was doing. They told me that he just fell from a tree and my heart almost stopped. Then they told me he was going to be fine and that he just broke his leg. By this time I was crying, hoping my only son was okay. And when the doctor told me he would never play sports again, well, I just knew this would crush him.
I see. And what was going through your mind when you drove to the school to bring him home?
Well, I could just picture the look on his face when I would tell him he wouldn't be able to play sports ever again. And the tears just came to my eyes again. You see, he loves to play games, and I just don't know how he'll ever get along without them. But I knew that he could be a strong one. And so when I got to the infirmary to pick him up, I just had to hold back my tears. I didn't want him to see me so vulnerable. And of course, I didn't want to upset him any more than he already was.
Well, we're all in high hopes for Finny. Thank you for your time, Alicia.
And now an interview with Finny's physician from Devon Academy, Dr. Stanfill. We're sorry about that. We did not mean to show that. That was the wrong clip.
Welcome, Dr. Stanfill, and tell me, what is the nature of Finny's injury?
Well, Finny has shattered his left fibula, tibia, and talia, and femur.
For all our non-doctor viewers, what exactly does that mean?
Well, in layman's terms, basically means he shattered all the bones in his left leg. He will never be able to play sports. We had to operate to help mobilize the bones for the recovery and rebuilding processes. Finny will have at least 3 months for physical therapy to recover well.
When will Finny be able to return to his studies at Devon Academy?
Finny will be back to school for the fall session, not until possibly October, for sure November though. He will of course have his studies brought to him so he isn't behind his classmates in his education.
Thank you for that very educational information, Dr. Stanfill.
You're welcome.
Well, let's hope that Finny will be able to keep up with his studies while at home recovering. And now we have some interviews with a couple of witnesses who were in the area at the time of the accident.
I'm here with an eyewitness from the scene of the accident. And what is your name?
Josie Morgan.
And Josie, where were you at the time of the accident?
I was just walking along, minding my own business, and then I looked, because I heard some laughter from a distance in a tree, and all of a sudden, this boy fell out of the tree, and I didn't know what to do. And the other boy just jumped out into the river, and he was just laying there on the ground, just not moving. And who am I just to go over to some strangers and ask them for help? But then, about 5 minutes later, some ambulance and teachers came over and helped him. And then he got hauled away. And I hope he's okay. And that's all I saw.
Oh, thank you for that.
Before we wrap up this top story tonight, we have one more interview with the victim himself. Here's Finney.
So, Finney, how are you holding up here at home?
Well, my leg hurts, but otherwise I'm okay. And I mean, I don't get any alone time anymore with the doctors and my mom always checking up on me.
How are you going to cope with the fact that you'll never play sports again?
Well, at first I was upset and disappointed, but I've decided to find a platoon that will accept a disabled kid. And as for the Olympics, well, I don't have to do the Olympics. I can have fun in life without sports.
Wow, you know, most kids your age would be devastated if something of this nature happened to them, especially a star athlete like you. But you seem to be completely capable of living without something you've been doing your whole life. And you still want to join the war even though you'll never be able to run?
Yeah, I don't know the armed forces will be able to use me in some way, and if they can't, I'll find one that is able to.
Well, we're all hoping and praying for you, Finney. We'll let you get some rest after your very dramatic day.
It's really a shame something like this had to happen to someone such as Finney. He had such a bright future. Finney will be a role model for disabled children everywhere. That's it for our top story tonight. This is Pamela Beach with Channel 15 News at 5. Over and out.